chapter is finite difference operators. Suppose we have a function y equals fx which is given in explicit formula, that is we have given few values of x like x0, x1, x2 ... xn. This n plus 1 values of x are given and their corresponding value of y, that is f of x0 is given as y0, f of x1 is given as y1, similarly f of x2 is y2 and so on yn. These are given for the function y equals fx. Okay, and all these values, this one x0, x1, x2 ... xn, they are all equispaced. That means their difference are same. Let's take that difference as h. Then we can write x1 equals x0 plus h. Then x2 equals x1 plus h. That means x0 plus 2h. Similarly, x3 equals x2 plus h. That is x0 plus 3h. That means the nth term, that is xn, this will be x0 plus nh. Okay. Now these values of x, these are called arguments. These are called arguments. That means these all total n plus 1 arguments are given here. And these values of y corresponding to that arguments, these values are called entries. These are arguments or nodes also. And these are called entries. That means we got total n plus 1 values for the function y equals fx, which are equispaced. The argument points are equispaced and the common difference between them is h. And x1 equals x0 plus h ... up to xn equals x0 plus nh. Now let us consider here we have to know about few operators, that is fx is given like this, few arguments and few entries. Then using this we will define some operators over fx. So first operator is known as forward operator or forward difference operator. Forward difference operator. This operator is generally denoted by this delta, and delta of f of x0, suppose at the point x0, this delta of f of x0 is denoted by f of x0 plus h minus fx0. That means whenever we are trying to compute the delta value of any of the entries, just take its next entry minus the actual entry. That means if we want to find delta of suppose x1, then what it will be? It will be the next entry, that means delta, sorry not delta, it means the next entry, that is f of x2 minus f of x1. That means f of x2 means f of x0 plus 2h minus f of x0 plus h. Okay. Just the rule for the forward difference operator is whenever we are trying to find the forward difference of any of the entries, just take the next entry minus that entry. This is the rule. Similarly, this is delta of fx0. Similarly, if we want to find delta squared fx0, then what will be it? It will be delta over delta fx0, right? So at first put the value of delta fx0. Delta fx0 means f of x0 plus h minus f of x0. That means delta of fx0 plus h minus delta of fx0. Now apply delta over this minus this. Now if you apply delta over this operator, f of over this function f of x0 plus h, what will you get? The next value minus this value. That means x0 plus 2h minus this one. Okay, and if we apply delta over it, we will get the next value, that is this minus this. Now opening the bracket, we will get x0 plus 2h, that means we can write it as x2 minus f of x0 plus h minus f x0 plus h, that is 2 f of x0 plus h, that is f of x1, minus minus plus f of x0. Now f of x2 means y2 minus 2y1 plus y0, right? This is the value of delta square f of x0. Similarly, we can define delta cube f of x0, delta to the power 4 up to delta to the power n f of x0 and so on. Okay, this is how we apply forward difference operator. Now we have to know if a bunch of values, that is suppose n values are given, n arguments and n entries, then how will we compute the forward difference table? Okay. So the next topic is forward difference table. How to create it? Suppose we have given this set of value, x taking the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and y takes the value 12, 15, 20, 27, 39, 52. Check all these values are equispaced. The value for the arguments, they are equispaced. So here h equals this distance, that is 1. But y values, that is the value of the entries, they are not equispaced. They may be or may not be equispaced. Okay. So here h equals 1. Now to create the table, we are making this row, writing it here x, then y, putting all the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and writing the corresponding value of y. Y is actually our fx, right? These are 12, 15, 20, 27, 39, 52. Now find out delta y, then delta square y, delta cube y, delta to the power 4y and so on. Okay. Now to find delta y, that means if we try to find this for that operator, that is for f of x0, if we try to find, we just have to take the next value minus the current value. The next value is this minus the current value, that is 15 minus 12. So we have to write it in the middle position. 15 minus 12 equals 3. Next 20 minus 15, that means 5. In the middle position 5. 27 minus 20, that is 7. 39 minus 27, that is 12. 52 minus 39, that is 13. This is our first column. That means this is the first step of forward difference. Now delta square. Just take these values and apply the same procedure. In that middle, the first two value of that in the middle position, write down 5 minus 3, that is 2. Then 7 minus 5, that is 2. Next 12 minus 7, 5. 13 minus 12, that is 1. For the next step, 2 minus 2, 0. 5 minus 2, 3. 1 minus 5, that is minus 4. Next 3 minus 0, 3. Then minus 4 minus 3, that is minus 7. For the next step, minus 7 minus 3, that is minus 10. And it will become delta to the power 5y. After that we won't get any value because it is the single one. So this is how we compute the table for forward difference. Now if we want to know any value from that table, what will we do? Suppose we want to know that line for the argument 3, that is x0. This is x0, x1, x2, x3. So here x3 equals 3. We want to know that is delta of f of x3 or delta square or of f of x3 and so on. That is all the values of all the forward difference operators of the argument 3. Then what will we do? Check 3 here. Its corresponding value is 27. And then take this line. This is 27 and consider the line through this order, that is in decreasing order. That is underlines 27, then 12, then 1. These will be the values for the entry 3. So what will be delta of fx3? This is our delta y, that means delta of fx3 will be 12. Next, delta square fx3, it will be 1, and after that there are no values. So delta of fx3, which is equals 12. Then delta square of fx3, which is equals 1. Similarly, if we try to find all the values for x1, that is x1 equals 1 here. So what we'll have to do, this is 1, its corresponding value is this. Now consider the decreasing order line, that is 15, then 5, then 2, then 3, then -7. This diagonal will represent all the values for the argument 1. So delta of fx1 will be 5. Then delta square of fx1 will be 2. Then delta cube of fx1 will be 3. Delta to the power 4 of fx1 will be -7, and so on. Obviously there will be no other values because this is the ending for that diagonal. So this is how we find out the values for the particular argument and entries. Okay. This is called forward difference operator. The next one is backward difference operator. It is generally denoted by backward delta. The same thing, delta of fx0. This will, unlike the forward difference operator, what was in the forward difference operator, we have to take the next value minus the current value. Here you have to consider the current value minus the previous value. So current value is this, that is f of x0, then minus f of x0 minus h. The previous value will be minus h. So backward delta of fx0 equals fx0 minus f of x0 plus minus h. Similarly, if we try to find delta of f of x0 plus h, what will be its value? This current value, that is x0 plus h, minus its previous value, that means minus h. So ultimately it will become fx0. Okay, that is ultimately f of x1 minus f of x0. This is the rule for backward difference operator. Similarly, we have to find, if we try to find out the table for backward difference operator, what will we do? We will do the same thing. We will compute the table in the same way, like this. Just writing the values of x, writing the values of y, then subtract, take the next value minus the current value. We will do the same thing, just to whenever we are considering the diagonal, we have to take it in the upward direction. That means, suppose we want to know all the values for x equals 3. Then what will we do? It will 27. This is the value. Now consider this diagonal. This will be all the result. That means 27, then 7, then 2, then 0. Okay. For forward difference operator, you have to consider the decreasing diagonal, and for the backward difference operator, you have to take the increasing diagonal. Just this one. Then you will get the result. Let's take one example, then it will be clear. It is given that x equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and y equals 2, 3, 12, 35, 78. Here obviously these are equispaced and the common difference is h equals 1. Now let's try to find the table. The table will be the same thing, just we have to consider the another diagonal. So if we try to get the table, how it will look like. The first row, x, y, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2, 3, 12, 35, 78. Then backward delta y, backward delta square y, backward delta cube y, backward delta to the power 4y, and so on. So first is 3 minus 2, writing in the middle position. 3 minus 2, 1. 12 minus 3, that is 9. then 35 minus 12, that is 23, then 78 minus 35, that is 43. Next 9 minus 1, 8, 23 minus 9, 14, 43 minus 23, 20. Then 14 minus 8, that is 6, 20 minus 14, 6, then 6 minus 6, 0. Okay, this is the required table. Now we suppose want to know for x to the power 4. We want to know all the values. So this is our x to the power 4. Consider its corresponding entry. Then consider the upper directions diagonal. That means 78, then 43, 20, 6, 0. So at first backward delta of f of x4, that is 4. This will be 43, the first value. Then delta square f4, it will be 20. Then delta cube f4, it will be 6. Then delta to the power 4 f4, it will be 0. Okay. Similarly, we can find, suppose we want to find for 2, x2. This one, its value is 12. Consider this diagonal, that is 12, then 9, then 8. After that, we don't have any other values. So delta of f of x2, it will be 9. Then delta square of f of x2, it will be 8. Okay. This is how we find out the table and the corresponding value using forward and backward difference operator.